what do you do when you have BPD and you know it and it still doesn't go away, right? What's the emotional weather report today? For me, for this guy, I'm an adult child sex abuse survivor, live with borderline personality disorder, I'm a recovering addict, bulimic. The weather report today, desolate, black, hopeless, pointless. What is the point? Can you find one? If you want to come to me and give me words of comfort, here's what you do instead. Take that hole in the front of your skull and shut it and leave it shut. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear 3 ways I'm doing life wrong. I don't want to hear some uplifting music about how it's all going to be better. What if it ain't? Don't make me promises about how things are going to be better if you can't deliver on it. Don't do that. Makes me feel betrayed. That's how I feel anyway. The only kind of relationship other than that I have with my young adult children that matters to me is like romantic relationships with women. I was abused psychologically, sexually, emotionally by a woman when I was a young child. The foundation of my relationships, completely, I would say, fucked. Chaotic neutral on a good day. So that's the only kind of relationship that means anything to me. And they blow up. It's like nitroglycerin, horribly unstable. Betrayed, betrayal, darkness, desolation, hopelessness. Yeah, intensity, wild mood swings. All that. What do you do when that's you and it don't get no better? Well, I don't know what you should do. But if you can relate to any of this, whether it's BPD or whether it's anything else, I don't care what it is. If you can relate to this and you get sick, people just coming up and telling you how to make it better and making promises that don't come true, I can relate to that. That's why I practice Zen. It doesn't make any of that better. I mean, it doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make me into a different person. But it's helped me have a relationship with everything I just said that's like my relationship with the weather outside. It's hot today in Vermont. A few months ago, it was cold, frigid. It was rainy a few weeks ago, and now it's hot. In a little while, it's going to be cold and dry. That's just the weather outside. All that stuff I just said, all that was just the weather inside. I don't like that weather. But it doesn't mean that too much to me that I don't like it. The fact that I don't like the weather in my head is also just weather in my head. I don't have to be worried that it's going to grab me and make me do something bad. The mortality rate for adults living with BPD is around 10%. I mean, like the mortality from self-inflicted harm is around 10%. I can see why. But it's okay. That's just the weather in my head. That's the relationship I have with it. It's not magic. I don't think there's going to be some day that I'm a different guy than I am now. And after 51 years of life, I can say that that's okay. I'm not looking for a day that I'm going to be someone else. I'm looking for a way to be okay being me, because I'm the only guy I'm ever going to be. And you are the only you you're ever going to be. And it's okay to be you. And it's okay if the weather in your head is a shit show. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a different way. You're okay how you are. Life is okay how it is. Whatever you are to yourself, that's okay. Let's relate on that basis, huh? Let's just try that today. I don't have any magic for you. I do not have anything. I would never dangle something in front of you if you're a child sex abuse survivor like this guy, or whatever your level of trauma is. If you're a war zone kid and your childhood was like a hostile war zone against your psyche instead of a warm hothouse where you can grow you a hothouse orchid, you know, whether it's societal, gender harm, racial harm, maybe it's an actual war zone, maybe your bingo card is full and it's all of it. I don't have anything to tell you, any magic tricks to tell you. I got no magic wand and pixie dust to tell you, do these 3 things and it's going to be all right. I would never do that to you. But I can tell you that healing is possible That's where you learn to become what you are. That's how I think of it. It's possible. And for me, I'm sharing with you why I do the weird practice called Zen, where all you do is sit on the cushion and look at the wall. Over time, it's given me a stance toward myself that I can live with, a stance of peace toward myself. And I would say all the things, all that tormentation, to make up a word, all that tormentation is way, way less than it was. And I don't really know if the actual, like if you could measure the thoughts and the mood swings and all that stuff, I don't actually know if it would be any different than it was like 5 years ago. I don't know. I think it would be, but maybe not. But what is a trillion times different is my relationship with that stuff in my head. My relationship with the mood swings and the volatile, the chaotic nature of my attachment mechanism. My relationship with that stuff is a trillion times different. That's what I would share with you. And if nothing, we could just relate. If you can relate to me, then I promise you I can relate to you. I'm a circle keeper with Hidden Water. We facilitate healing circles by and for those affected by child sex abuse. And what I've learned in there is that whether is that man, woman, transgender, non-binary person, any race, any age, any description, if you are a humanoid at all, we have about 99% of our lives in common. And the only thing we don't have in common has to do with some pretty trivial biological differences. But our experience as human beings is about 99% relatable. And the only part that's different is just the fact that you're there and I'm here. And if I share my experience with you and you share your experience with me, and I listen to you to understand you, and I share my experience with you in order to allow you to understand me, I know that we can relate. And you can just pretend we're doing that right now. How about that? Let's just pretend I'm relating to you right now. Because if you're watching this, I am. If you're watching this, I'm directly talking to you. As I'm a performer of sorts, and that is exactly how it works. If you're not a performer, let me just tell you that is how it works. I am talking to you. If you are watching this right now, I'm talking and I'm relating to you. I promise you. And I love you, and I'm glad you're here. And that's the weather report today. And you know what that weather report adds up to? It is a good day on the trail of the Western Lands, Pilgrim. We're headed to the Western Lands, a place of peace and wholeness where we learn to become what we are. And it is a beautiful day to be alive. Rosy-fingered dawn came up on us today. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to see the end of this day, because I don't know if I'm going to see the end of any day. But I saw the beginning of this day. I saw rosy-fingered dawn. And if that's the last dawn I ever see, I'll be happy about it. But I think I'm going to see hundreds and hundreds and thousands more. And I hope you see them with me. It's a beautiful day on the trail of the Western Lands, Pilgrim. The daylight's burning. Let's get a move on.